Today I'm going to look at a website that I love using called Fiverr. So I'm going to quickly find it here. And Fiverr.com is basically a website that shows what people will do for you if you give them $5. So there's a whole bunch of fun applications as well as a lot of business applications that you can use. So this is the website, and this is the home page here. So it's Fiverr with 2Rs.com. And you'll see a whole bunch of different gigs. This is what they're called, gigs that people will do for $5. So I will say it in posh English for $5. We'll record an awesome professional voiceover review of anything for $5. I'll write any message on my lips and take a high-res photo for $5. So just depending on what you need done, there's a whole bunch of different things that people can do for you. So I'm going to load up a few screens here, just at random here, and we'll go through a couple of them, just to give you a sense of the different types of tasks that people will do for $5. So they're simple tasks, things that don't take a lot of time for people, but for you, you may not know how to do it. It may cause you a lot of frustration, but for somebody who knows what they're doing, it could be very easy. So let's take a couple of quick examples. So graphic and design, a lot of entrepreneurs may not know a lot about graphic design, so I'll draw on any object as a cartoon, combination of individual or animals, humans, design any type of banner, header, Facebook timeline photo, Google Plus cover, Twitter profile photo for $5. So, worst case is you're out $5 if it's somebody who's not really good or you don't really like the design they came up with. But that's the worst case scenario, is that you're losing $5 on it. So if there's any kind of graphic design, you might want to pop over here. Again, they're not going to design an entire website for you, but if it's something quick and easy that you need done, it might be worth checking out. Another category here, writing and translation. So I'll write an original article up to 500 words for your website, translate Chinese into English or English into Chinese, more translation, English into Hebrew, write 300 word, 100% unique blog article. So if you need some writing done, you might want to check out these guys as well. And you can order more than once. If you need a couple of blog articles written or a couple of content written or more than 300 words from Chinese transcribed, then you can order it ongoing. And this goes down on and on and on and on and on, as you can see with the page. Writing translation, let's see what else we have. Programming and tech gigs. Resolve your WordPress issues, questions for $5. Another big challenge for a lot of entrepreneurs who set up blogs that don't really fully understand how to use WordPress. Here's a great way to be able to quickly get your question answered for $5. Install your PHP script in your web server, programming algorithm assignment. So again, a whole bunch of different things you can scroll down and see, just depending on the categories. All the categories here are listed on the side, and you can see whatever fits the challenge that you're facing at the moment. And then business gigs. So I'll do any job in Microsoft Excel with 15 years experience. Design a custom professional visually appealing handwritten signature for $5. So again, it goes on and on and on. So again, a great tool that I like to use. How I've used it personally, I've done it for video a lot. So as an example, there's a gig that I've used where somebody will transcribe a video for me for $5. So I'll create a video like this and that I want to put on YouTube, but don't want to sit there and transcribe everything word for word. So somebody on Fiverr will sit down and do that. I've had somebody create an intro for me on Fiverr. So quick intro for the video. Again, for them, they're highly skilled. It doesn't take them a lot of time to do it, but for me to sit down and try to figure it out is not worth my time. And as an entrepreneur, you want to think about what is the highest value that you can bring to your business and not focus on all the other tasks that you may not be good at. So Fiverr is a great way to be able to outsource a lot of these little tasks that you may be facing with your company. So now the challenge, once you've kind of sorted through and you figured out what you want to look at, challenge is trying to figure out which ones are good and which ones aren't. So there's a lot of different ways to be able to sort these gigs that come up. So let's stick to this business gigs category here. There's a lot of different ways to sort, as you can see from the top. So the first one is by rating. And rating is basically every time somebody does a gig, they sell a gig, whoever bought it is asked to leave feedback for them. And so this sorting by rating, you'll be able to guarantee that the people at the top are the ones who've gotten really good feedback. Similar to eBay, you've made a purchase and they've left positive feedback for you. So you can see which ones have done really well. And if you're kind of comparing between two, whoever has a higher rating is something worth going for. Has video is another one. And this basically means they have a video as part of their sales page. So as you can see here with these little icons here, it says play video, so you can watch them. So if this guy is talking about improving your website with 10 tips, then you can watch his video and see what he's saying. So it gives you a little bit more of a feeling of what they're up to and if it's something you want to work with or not. And then express gigs, will be that they will deliver within 24 hours. So with each gig, there's a delivery period, and depending on what you need done, some are longer than others, and they have to deliver within that time period or you can get your money back. So if you need something really, really fast, you might want to sort by express gigs. And then auto is just kind of the typical way that Fiverr will, it's the default way that Fiverr will rank gigs. So let's look at one, for example. Let's look at this website tips. So he will improve your website with 10 tips for $5. So again, it's only $5. So if you're looking for ways to improve your website, then worst case scenario is you're out $5 by hiring this guy. But let's look at this and see why it's so good. So as an example, we'll scroll down. He's got 100% gig rating, so this is good. So everybody who's bought from him on this gig really like using him. That's great. There's options to upgrade as well here if you want to use more features. So he's a freelance web programmer, over 5 years experience. We'll look at your website, give you 10 ways to improve it. Graphical changes, coding errors, hacking exploits, SEO, usability, design, conversions, and more. If possible, try to fix these issues. Example, your layout is different in browsers or it can manipulate your code. So then the next thing you want to look at is you scroll down and you can see the reviews. So just like eBay and a lot of other sites, there are reviews to see how people like it or not. So he's had over 1,200 people take him up on this offer, and they've all had positive reviews to say. Nobody's had anything negative to say about him in over 1,200 purchases. So that's a pretty good ratio here, and you can scroll down to see what people are saying as they talk about him. So a great way to be able to filter through and see if it's something that you want to be able to hire him for or not. And if you needed to get done within 1 day, you see the option here to do it for an extra $20. You get it within 1 day. Otherwise, if you scroll to the top, you could see that it'll take 10 days estimated delivery time. So depending on what you need, you can go for the 10 days or pay to have it come in a little bit faster. Now, if you're scrolling through and you're not seeing the gig that you want, then there's an option here on the right side to say, I'm looking for someone who will, and you can put in whatever your request is. So example, do a 30 voiceover in 2 days, do logo designs, write a music bio, help set up a Facebook page. If there's a specific challenge that you have, you could put it in here, go suggest, and then people will say that they're able to do it for you or not. So I'd first search to find people if they already have some gigs. And if you can't find anything, then you can request your own gig. I always look as much as possible for someone who is a top rated seller here. So they have this badge on their page. And if we go back to any of the other pages, you'll also see it on some of the results pages. Let's find here. So top rated seller. Just means if they've been around for a longer period of time, have more reviews, people like working with them. So it saves you a lot of time of having to go through and screen as much as for the other ones who you may not know as much about. And then the last thing is you can also be a seller. So you can use it as an opportunity to market yourself and potentially upsell people as well. So there's something really simple that you could do for $5. You could sign up and be a seller, create your own gigs, and so do something like this, where you could do something quick for $5. Again, high value ad, but for you, it doesn't take you a lot of time. And the benefit isn't really, I guess you can make the $5 each time, but it's also the ability to upsell people. So you can see for this gig, there's also options to upsell $10, $5, extra $50. So people can pay you more for more value if you're able to add it in. And then if people really do like what you're doing, they may want to hire you to do more work for them, right? So this is a easy way for somebody to try you out, see if they like what they get. And if they want to continue working with you, then they may become a much higher paying client ongoing. So that's how I use it for business. There's also a lot of fun things that you can do, and sometimes it's worth checking out the fun and bizarre section here, because there's all sorts of different fun things that you can have people do for you. So you never know what you're going to find on here. We'll place your message on a board written by Obama for $5. I've used it for having Kermit the Frog sing a happy birthday song to my wife, or I've had local artists here on Fiverr draw pictures of myself and my wife for our anniversary. We had one of them turn us into avatars and turn us into Superman and Supergirl. You can have Mickey Mouse call up your child and wish them a happy birthday, or have somebody in the voice of Sean Connery call up your friend and wish them a happy birthday, or say whatever message you want. So there's a lot of fun things you can do, as well as it's easy way to waste a lot of time too, just kind of laughing at what people will do for $5. So you want to make sure you're still spending your time productively. But it's definitely worth checking out. Again, if there's any kind of simple task that you can get done, check out Fiverr, because for $5 somebody may be willing to do it for you. And great way to meet new people as well, and hopefully find productive suppliers to help you grow your business. So hopefully that helps. Check it out. For those of you who are watching the video, if you like it and you want to see more, please give it a thumbs up. I always appreciate seeing those come in, and I'd love to hear what you have to think. If you've heard of Fiverr, if you had any experience, or if you have any questions about Fiverr or any other tools that you use in a growing business, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I always read those. I love seeing them come in, and I always try to answer them when they do. So thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.